Hello everyone. It's been quite a while. I got into a pretty bad rut. It's not exactly a rut, but I genuinely did not have the time to create any videos for probably around 2 3 weeks. Very, very challenging timetable, as in tuition's timetable. After that, I just got, started going down a bit. It takes a lot of effort to stay in the game. I realize that now. So, it's been probably around a month since I posted a video. But the reasons for that is I've already said the first reason. The second reason is after you stop consistently uploading, it is genuinely quite difficult to get back into it. I'm sorry for that cut. For some reason, not mine, my grandfather's phone is somewhat short on storage space. Doesn't really matter to us though. Yeah, but as I said, it's quite difficult to get back into recording after you've been gone for quite a long while. Oh, I also decided on something. What I've decided on is this is advice from my father. He told me not to make such long form videos. I haven't shown him my videos, but I told him that yes, these videos are probably on average around 40 minutes long. He told me just get that down to around 10 15 minutes. First of all, you're using up way too much time. Second, you're training and you're just nobody in YouTube has that sort of attention span to watch 40 minutes of a noob video, a noob YouTube channel. Nobody has that sort of patience, he said. And then right now I realize something. What I'm doing by giving myself so much time to explain stuff is I'm training myself so that I would not be able to give out any sort of good idea unless I had a significantly large amount of time. For example, I want to effectively express to you why I am doing these weekly foci videos, but it should be something that I could probably do within 5 or maybe 6 7 minutes. I take 40 minutes just to give you a fucking explanation on what I'm going to do next week and what has happened this week. That is not effective, nor is it time efficient, neither for you nor for me. Even this video script, not exactly script, this video's points, still have that journal. In this video's points, I wrote on 9/6/23. That is 3 weeks ago. I wrote this video's points 3 weeks ago. I haven't yet even begun thinking about what all things I should say in this video, because the mental state in which I wrote these points is certainly not the same mental state in which I am right now. So I don't know where my train of thought was heading. So I'm just gonna use these points to tell you what I think it is. Whatever I want to tell you, I'll just rant for 20 minutes. That's essentially what this video is. Not a lot of people will be watching it, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So the first thing that I must tell you is, fuck. It is very, very hard to build a deep work habit. Genuinely hard. This entire YouTube channel has so far been based around my wish to create a deep work habit. And though this was meant to serve as accountability towards that goal, I have not been able to make significant progress towards it. I did make quite a lot of progress while and for a short period of time after getting into J Skull's streams, and a short while after I stopped streaming those as well. Even then, now I think I'm back to square one. I'm going to have to start all the way over from scratch. And what I've realized from that is when you are starting from scratch, you more or less you definitely do need a set timetable. You need to know what you need. You need to know what shit's gonna go down. That is extremely difficult. What I've written here is I I need to implement advanced planning. As in every Sunday, I must use 20 minutes or so to decide what all things I'm going to do in the entirety of the next week. Which is difficult because my tuition's timetable is quite fluid. I need to ask my sir to just put the entire timetable in advance from today onwards. I will do that from today onwards. Today is a Sunday. Today is the perfect day to start again. Next thing is, I must complete all of my schoolwork at school itself, which is arguably one of the most difficult things that I could push myself to do. I like school. I like hanging around with guys and girls, especially the girls. Don't forget the ladies. I love school, but I think my love for it comes from the social. I do not think it just comes from the social interactions, but certainly a large part of it is because of how socially connected I am with a lot of the people I know. And this particular thing, you know, doing all the school work from school itself, it will probably require me to not invest as much time into social relationships, which is quite painful for me because I consider myself quite a social person. And though it may not seem so from these videos because I am speaking in quite a serious manner, I am generally quite a happy go lucky guy. I'm not the stereotypical masculine, don't smile lone wolf. I'm not that sort of a person. I love talking with human beings. I generally categorize people as, you know, based on the based on the criteria of whether or not they seem entertaining to me. That's the sort of person I am. I just gravitate towards people I think are interesting, and usually these people are quite interesting. I have quite a few people who I know like that. For example, amongst the girls, the closest girl I have, as in who is in the territory of the boys level friendships. There's a girl named Shivani. She is. I don't know why. She's quite an entertaining person. You every single one of us had a image that she was just the um, studying type who did not speak with anyone. Turned out she was absolutely batshit crazy. So very entertaining. Vaishnav Bijit, he was genuinely the most dull person in 8th standard that I knew. The only reason I got to know him was because I was singing a song named Smoke Shisha Play FIFA with a friend of mine, with a best friend of mine from those days. And Vaishnav came in right in the middle, dropped the fucking rap verse on us, and we were like, oh shit, this guy is, he's one of us. That's how I got to know Vaishnav. And now he's the fucking house captain of Tagore. He bet out one of the most well-known guys in the entire school for this house post. There's a lot of people I know who are just, regardless, I love these people. I genuinely want to spend time with these people, but I would have to sacrifice quite a lot of time if I want to, do the school work from school. And even then, it is quite an ambitious goal because I am getting quite a lot of work, and I think the best time for me to do the work from school would have been lunch break ideally, but I am taking quite a lot of time to finish my lunch. I eat one apple, one pomegranate, and one pudding in Endrapuram. Refer to the second video to understand what pudding in Endrapuram is. I have all of these three things at the same time, and it takes probably 15 to 20 minutes. Even when the boys are trying to take apples and pomegranates continuously from me, it still takes quite a lot of time. And I don't want to stuff shit into my mouth. That is genuinely unhealthy. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to have to sacrifice all of my PT periods, all of my what else? What else can I sacrifice? I can sacrifice my free periods. Usually in the free periods I'm running around my class throwing dusters, chalks, talking with people, talking with girls, boys. I'm probably going to have to sacrifice that, which I think I will do. Next is to use the time that I spend at Mathans effectively. Mathans as in my tuition. Okay, we all call it Mathans. Now this is what I should be doing is okay, here's the thing. Generally, time I spend at school is wasted. 6 hours during which I go to school. No, not 6, probably around 7 hours during which I go to school and get back to my house. I effectively study for maybe 3 or 4 of them. And after that, I spend around 3 to 4 hours at my tuition as well. So around a net time of 10 hours I spend in class. For a long time, I did not think of that time as study time. I just thought of it as class time. I did, for example, use these timings as an excuse for me to get more computer time from my mother. Back when I was younger, I told her I was studying for 6 hours at school. Now why do you want me to study once I get back home? Wrong thing for anybody who's watching this. Self-study is just as important as, going to school. Probably even more important. But I did not think, yeah, time is up. I have to go. My tuition friend has come. See ya. Hello everyone. I beg your forgiveness for that sudden exit. My friend had come to pick me up for tuition, and I'm back now. I've been out on the beach. I don't remember where I was, so if I'm not wrong, I was at the point. Yeah, so I'm spending around 10 hours net just learning from somewhere. I've never considered that study time per se. And that is a very wrong way of thinking. I've come to believe that that's a very wrong way of thinking. If you're spending 10 hours on something, 10 entire hours just listening to someone, you might as well do that with as much concentration as you possibly can. And you know for a fact that you're not concentrating as hard as you can. That is there for a fact. I have noticed that myself as well. There is a very, very big difference when I genuinely try my best just to focus on the class, and when I don't necessarily try to do that. The difference is that I am a much more serious person when I am seriously focusing in class. Otherwise, I'm always looking left. Vaishnav is there, right? Shivani is there. Look left again. Aman is touching Vaishnav's thighs and making him feel uncomfortable. Look right. Shivani is shaking her legs like a mad woman. usually when I'm focused, I just have the board in my entire vision, and that there's a certain satisfying feeling to that. I like it, and that is what I want now. And if I am spending 10 hours on something, I have to make it effective, right? Ah, next is a point connected to this. I need to practice laser concentration while I am in these classes. Same point, I have to focus as hard as I possibly can. Try to retain as much as I possibly can. As they're speaking, I should be rewinding things in my head as well. In every single pause they give, I should be rewinding the things that they just said and then playing it over and over again inside my head. I found that to work well when I do try it. When I'm not aware of it, I generally just have less retention. Next thing is to meditate. It is to meditate. I don't know if I have mentioned before the advantages that you gain when you meditate. You are aware of where your thoughts are straying. And see, this is difficult, okay? You don't usually realize that you're not paying attention in class. There's usually something that leads to it. It's usually a train of thought that leads to it. And when that happens, you know you're fucked. Because you know for a fact that it took quite a lot of thinking to get you to that point at which you realize that you're not focusing. Especially when you're meditating, you know for a fact that you took a lot of time to realize that you're not focusing. What happens when you meditate is you concentrate on your breath, and you know for a fact your concentration is going to go away within 1 or 2 seconds, but you don't realize that it's gone yet. And then when you do realize, when a thought strikes you, you realize this and you think, fuck, I'm not aware, let me go back to my breath. And each time you bring your focus back to your breath, that is like a rep. You're essentially rewiring your brain so as to be more aware when stray thoughts are coming. No, put in a better way, you're rewiring your brain so as to realize stray thoughts are moving around in your head. It's not something that gives you laser beam concentration. Meditation does not give you laser beam concentration. What it allows you and gives you is the ability to understand when you're not concentrating. You become aware of when you're not concentrating. It does not make you more focused per se. Okay. That is it. After that, I wrote 9/6/23 morning was good. I genuinely have no idea why I am too lazy to go get my journal right now. But fine. But let's go off the script for a bit now. Today was a very unproductive day. I'm not going to title this video as Weekly Foci. I'm probably just going to title this Where I've Been and What I Plan to do next. I'm going to keep continuing on the Weekly Foci thing. It is generally what I like to do. Actually, next week I'm just going to every Sunday I'm going to post a video. That is what I've decided. It is the most easy day to keep track of. For the past, in the 4 weekly foci that I did post videos of, I consistently missed the day on which I was supposed to post my video. For the first 2 weeks I was consistent. After that, one day I'd keep getting later and later and later. Eventually I dropped off. So Sunday it is. I'm going to ask Vaishnav to keep me accountable for it by, doing FC. He would know what this means, but we did not talk about the gods have forbid me. This next section of the video is is related to what I have decided today on what I want my future to look like. What I want to do is, I want to get India. For this long, I've been looking at my education from the viewpoint of a JEE aspirant. And I realize that is the reason why I've never had the drive to do it. Because see, if I did go to an IIT or a BITS for that matter, I'm not going to be surrounded by the people that I want to be surrounded by. Because I know for a fact, to get into these institutions, you have to, it's not just working your ass off. You have to sacrifice your physical health. If you're aware of it, you have to sacrifice your mental health, which you most probably definitely are not aware of. And I'll just be honest, you just have to be a fucking nerd for it, okay? You have to prioritize studies over everything else. And I don't want to be in the company of nerds all the time. That is not who I am. I want to be in the company of boys transitioning into men, and I want to document that. As I am going through my life, 4 years of NDA, I want to document that. I want to hold conversations with people through this, and I want to share that with you. And hopefully I'll be able to make a good source of income from you. Though my brother is a socialist, I will not shy away from the concept of making money. I want to live a comfortable life. I'll be honest. It's not about being honest. I want to be surrounded by people who are physically fit. I want to be surrounded by men, disciplined men who would push me beyond what I am capable of. And that is not what I'm going to get if I get into an IIT or a BITS, because most of the people there probably won't even go to the institution's gym. Meanwhile, in NDA, they just you usually won't have to go to the gym because that's how hard they train you. And even then, I probably will go to the gym. I like going to the gym. I like exercise. I want to be physically active throughout my life. I think NDA would allow me that future. And let's be honest, if I do consistently post videos on YouTube every single week for the next 4 years of my life, I will get somewhere with my videos. I'm sure of that. YouTube's algorithm would definitely bless me with some viewers. And I'll make my videos more entertaining if I have to. I need some money to live the life I want. And by the end of the 4 years, if I'm able to live the life that I want anywhere, if I could travel anywhere I wanted, I would just, not go to the army after the 4 years. Because my main objective is to become financially independent. And that is not something that is available to a salaryman. That is not how it is. That's simply not how it works. By the end of the 4 years, I want to be financially independent, and then I will solely focus on my YouTube channel and my personal brand growth. I will be a synthesizer. I will take knowledge from various sources, bring them up, pile them into a small package, and sell it to you. That is what I plan to do. Those 4 years I'm going to enjoy quite thoroughly. I'm not going to get into any vices. Right now I'm considering a relationship. No, it's not that I'm considering a relationship. It's what I'm thinking is, should I or should I not get into a relationship at this age? Because I do want to get into a relationship. I think it would contribute to my personal growth as a person to get into a relationship at this stage of my life, because then if I do get hurt quite badly inside here, I don't think I would go in for any vices once I'm in the army, because it's a very hard place to be in. Imagine being in the cold as fucking mountains in the north, Ladakh, and there just happens to be a whore in the middle of nowhere. I want to have the integrity, and I want to have the control to not go in for such vices. What I've realized from my pornography and sweets and food addictions is that I don't do too well with pleasurable things that ruin me. I'm all for goal setting. I am all for achieving things. It is pleasurable to achieve things. But vices, I am quite susceptible. So I think that is all I want to speak of in this video. I had planned on making this a 15 to 20 minute video. It's probably around 30 minutes now, including the 2 other clips. That is not a problem. I'm still starting off. I'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, it is because I'm having this thought process now of wanting to get into NDA that I will be able to get the drive to study. JEE has never appealed to me. IIT has never appealed to me. So I think that's it. Fuck nah. IIT has never. I haven't explained this to you in a good enough way. IIT has never appealed to me, so I've never had the drive to conquer that fucking mountain. But NDA is genuinely something I want to do. I know the type of people I want to be surrounded by. And I know I have an ugly ass mug, but just wait till my hair grows back, bro. Once my hair grows back, I'll go fucking viral just because of how good I look. Fuck you guys, love you. Nah. God damn, this video is not ending for some reason. I have no idea why.